Hi everyone, it's another late winter, early spring garden tour, and today I'm gonna go around my garden showing you guys what I still have left over to harvest, like these oak leaf lettuce, which have been in ground since October of last year. So they've been growing approximately 3 months. These variety are heat tolerant and they have survived our zone 10A, some humidity as well as random frost dates. So these are ready to go and I should be able to harvest them in the next couple of days. The key to my success in growing these lettuce was keeping them in full shade. That means that the raised beds that they're planted in only get sun about 2 hours a day at the most. So they've been growing nicely. I've also added some blood meal and mixed that in with the soil, and that has helped promote leafy growth. You also have to provide consistent watering. That way the soil is always moist and that prevents the leaf from getting bitter and, giving you a milder taste. These blueberries are also flowering as well as fruiting, and I've just been waiting for some of them to actually turn blue. It has taken quite a while. It's been at least a month since they started to bulb. I also have some bell peppers that are growing. It was a bit cold the last few weeks, so they are growing pretty well, and I expect to be able to harvest these in a couple of weeks. My banana peppers are also flowering and fruiting, and I also have this one that's ready to harvest, so I'm excited about this one. This one really tasted great. And of course my strawberries are fruiting and turning red. I've already been able to harvest a bunch of these and they tasted really sweet. So they've been thriving in these raised beds as well as the tower that I planted some in. I made a video about how I started these strawberries from bare roots. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check them out. I'm also going to link that video towards the end of this vlog, and it shows you details of what you need to do to start a successful strawberry garden. Some of these strawberries have really thrived in the tower as well, so I'm excited about that. The herbs that I've also started last month are growing well, especially my cilantro. I have thyme. I'm also growing basil, some lavender, and I have spinaches as well. So that one's going to be transplanted when it's ready. I was also able to save Everglades tomatoes. These were volunteers. I just plucked the seedlings out of my old plants and they grew really well, so I placed them in a pot. That way I can bring them inside when it's super cold out. And then I bring them outside when it's really good time or really good temperature. My heirloom yellow pear tomatoes have also performed really well. I was able to harvest a bunch of tomatoes, about maybe like 3 to 4 dozens already since I planted them in ground. My oregano is also thriving. It's just been spreading, and these cilantros took off. I planted these from seed in this long raised bed, and it took about 3 to 4 months to also get this size. And finally, I have sunflower. This is a Russian mammoth sunflower. It's finally flowering. I also started these back in October, so it took almost 3 to 4 months to flower. And I have my last broccoli that I'm waiting. I'm hoping that this will be ready to harvest in a couple of weeks. I hope you enjoy this mini garden tour that is on the left side of my yard. Now on the right side of my yard, about 2 days ago, I started taking out my sweet potatoes, and I'm gonna show a video, a tutorial of how I started these from store-bought sweet potatoes, and I was able to start them from slips, transplanted them into different raised beds in my yard, and was able to harvest a good amount of sweet potatoes. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe and like. That way you can also be notified for when I upload the next video. Bye.